23.2%. For school year 2022 to 2023, only 23.2% of 2.8 million senior high school students surveyed by the Department of Education are enrolled in the STEM strand. Now, ideally, a country needs about 380 scientists for every million of its population. But since the latest UNESCO report states that we have less than half of that, I guess you can say we are in trouble. A pleasant day to everyone. I'm here to talk about the importance of inclusivity and accessibility to help empower more of the Filipino youth to join us in the field of STEM, anchored in my journey of creating an independent science communication channel. Hello, everyone. My name is Shauna. I'm actually not a digital native, and the younger generation confuses and scares me sometimes. I'm actually an older millennial born in the late 1980s who climbed trees as a kid, played on the streets, and I only got my first computer when I was already graduating from elementary. I fell in love with science through encyclopedias, local TV shows from free TV like Sineskwela and Math Tinig, if you remember those, and my amazing science teachers in elementary and the Philippine Science High School system. So starting a science YouTube channel last 2020 was a scary, huge leap for me. Part of the reason why I started SHE-ensya, my science communication channel, was panic. As a teacher, I saw that we were losing students in STEM all the time, and a lot of them due to misconceptions about the field. Something about how science and math are only for geniuses, that we don't have Filipino scientists in the Philippines, and that STEM is more for boys than girls. Right now, STEM subjects, even in primary school, are being taught with an iron hand to emphasize the rigors of our field. Now, there's a lot of value to that, but we're losing kids because a lot of us are failing to show them why these difficulties are important. We have somehow forgotten how to show the beauty, the wonder, and the exciting aspects of STEM, just so we can drill down on memorization and computations. But when I was young, the ubiquity of science on TV and how our science subjects often had a gamified aspect to it served as a powerful catalyst in cultivating a sense of awe and curiosity among my classmates and I. It actually ignited a desire to explore and understand the natural world. So science was not just taught or shown to us through, well, emotionless PowerPoint presentations, but we saw it through stories, captivating documentaries, and relatable examples, which all tapped into our innate human curiosity. And it compelled us to question, investigate, and seek answers. Now, with the right mentorship, some of us ended up nurturing this innate curiosity, which inspired us to embark on our own journeys of exploration, understanding, and scientific discovery. Even if science was difficult most of the times, and even if it made us sad sometimes, and even if we weren't geniuses, we knew that STEM was for us. We should also confront how our colonial mentality has seeped into who we highlight in media and in conferences. Foreign-trained scientists are often given more screen time and their perspective given more credence than local experts. We all know that scientific excellence cannot be generalized based on geographical or educational background. Scientific achievements are influenced by access to resources, funding, research infrastructure, collaboration opportunities, mentorship, and individual talent and dedication. Now, these factors can vary widely within regions and even among institutions, especially considering that 4 out of the top 8 countries producing high-quality scientific publications are in Asia. I do recognize that it is tough to be in the field of research in the Philippines, but it doesn't mean it's impossible to be successful here. But right now, a lot of our youth believes that successful scientists are out there, abroad, and they remain ignorant of the thousands of Philippine-trained and Philippine-based scientists who are making amazing discoveries in their fields here in our country every day. And since they do not see these role models, it's hard for them to envision a fulfilling future in STEM without the laurels and grandeur of studying and working overseas. Add to that how STEM fields have historically been genderized, meaning they have been associated with specific genders. This genderization manifests in various ways, impacting both societal perceptions and opportunities within STEM. First, stereotypes and biases play a significant role in genderizing STEM. Society often holds preconceived notions that certain disciplines within STEM, such as engineering or computer science, are more suitable for males, while others, like nursing or biology, are more appropriate for females. These stereotypes can discourage individuals from pursuing certain fields based on their gender, limiting their opportunities and perpetuating gender disparities. Second, the underrepresentation of women in STEM fields is a prevalent manifestation of genderization. In fact, recently, whenever I see conference announcements or results of competitions, I would often count how many of the winners or speakers would be female, just to see if this kind of genderization is still happening. And more often than not, we see more males in the roster of speakers and winners. So I guess women have historically and currently are being marginalized in STEM. So we face barriers such as limited access to educational resources, sometimes even gender bias in hiring and promotion. And of course, there is also a lack of female role models and mentors. These factors contribute to a gender gap in STEM, with women being underrepresented in many STEM professions. The genderization of STEM extends to the societal expectations and cultural norms surrounding gender roles. From an early age, children are often exposed to toys, media, and educational environments that reinforce gender stereotypes, subtly steering them away from certain STEM disciplines or activities. These societal expectations create a gendered perception of STEM, reducing our diversity and preventing true inclusivity. There's this famous meme in the Philippines asking about who is supposed to adjust when confronted by a difficult situation, such as what we have with STEM and our youth. And my answer to that is, kung sino ang mas may pakialam. The one who adjusts is the one who cares more, and maybe those who have a bit more time. So, in the middle of the pandemic, I started a science communication channel. So, what is SHE-ensya? It's a blog, a YouTube channel, and a social media channel. But I would also like to think of it as a movement. A movement to give scientists a human face, that we're not robotic geniuses who are just interested in data, data, data. We have hobbies, we have quirks, we have personalities. SHE-ensya is an opportunity to show that we are female and male and all colors of the rainbow, and we are everywhere. And in SHE-ensya, we also create content that showcases the science in current events and popular media and explains it in a layman-friendly way. Right now, I manage SHE-ensya on my own. Now, my husband, who was a filmmaker, an artist, and a communication consultant, generously helped me with the ideation stage of SHE-ensya. But most of the times, I write, shoot, edit, and promote on my own. Conceptualization happens monthly, with the outline of contents created based on projected social media trends and STEM celebrations happening for the month. I also invite STEM ambassadors who are interested to be featured in the channel and prepare their social media cards. Writing a script usually takes me 2 to 3 hours to make, so that I'm sure that what I'm presenting are validated information. Shooting then takes about 1 to 2 hours and editing about another 4 to 6 hours. And in the 3 years that SHE-ensya has been online, we finally reached 1,000 subscribers in YouTube this year. And so far, we have more than 8,500 combined followers in Facebook and in Instagram. We've also featured 128 young scientists in our social media pages with a combined reach of almost 200,000 people. We've also helped dozens of teachers who have used our videos to complement their lessons on the environment, on molecular biology, and on health. But being a YouTuber, a content creator, or influencer isn't easy. I've talked about how much time it takes to produce content, and there's also that training needed to increase your technical ability to be able to create the videos and the media for posting. But generating content is one thing. Getting people to like them and watch them and share them is another. It's an exciting challenge to figure out the algorithm for video and post promotions of Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Right now, we're being mindful of the length of our videos, keeping it to just about 8 minutes, but less than 12 minutes long, based on the audience retention metrics of YouTube. I'm also doing my best to write the scripts and post captions to take advantage of search engine optimizations, or SEO. So this includes selecting the right hashtags so that our posts reach their target audience. You see, YouTube and social media algorithms play a significant role in determining the exposure and visibility of STEM content on the platform. These algorithms are designed to analyze user behavior, preferences, and engagement patterns to recommend videos to individual viewers. While the specific details of YouTube's algorithms are proprietary and subject to change, there are several ways in which they can influence the exposure of STEM content. For example, what decides what types of videos are recommended for you? So YouTube's algorithm suggests videos to users based on their viewing history, likes, and interactions. This means that STEM content will probably only be recommended to users who have searched STEM content before, those who already like STEM. And if we want wider exposure, we need to make sure our content has a tangent with viral or popular topics. The length of time a person watches a video and if they react to it also matters. YouTube's algorithms prioritize videos that generate high watch times and engagement metrics, such as likes, comments, and shares. That's why we always hear YouTubers ask people to react to their videos. So taking time to click the like button, the subscription button, or sharing it actually matters. YouTube algorithms also consider the click-through rates of video thumbnails and titles when determining recommendations. This is when people decide to click your video because they saw your thumbnail was interesting or your title was something they care about. So this is where thumbnails and titles are often designed to intrigue viewers so that they actually click and watch the video that you've created. Algorithms are not perfect and can sometimes reinforce biases or filter out certain types of content. STEM content creators should be mindful of optimizing their videos for discoverability by using relevant keywords, creating engaging thumbnails, and clear titles. Additionally, fostering an active and supportive community around STEM content can encourage viewer interactions and help boost exposure. With classes, fieldwork, and lab work now ramping up again, I am faced with considerations on how to make production quicker without sacrificing quality. So I'm considering getting interns to maybe help me with writing the scripts and editing the videos. I'm also hoping to set up a creative consultation meeting to increase audience engagement without diluting content too much. I'm also considering setting up a foundation, producing merch, so we can have more resources to improve content and achieve sustainability for this project. In science communication, simply providing information is often not enough to convince people to believe in STEM. While information is a critical component, several factors influence how individuals perceive and accept scientific concepts. So here are some of the reasons I've encountered why informing alone may not be sufficient. The first is cognitive biases. People have inherent cognitive biases that shape their beliefs and decision-making processes. These biases can lead individuals to selectively interpret or even dismiss information that contradicts their existing beliefs or values. Merely presenting facts without addressing these biases may not effectively change their perspectives. The second is emotional and cultural influences. Emotions and cultural factors strongly influence belief formation. Individuals may hold beliefs that are deeply rooted in their cultural, social, or religious backgrounds. And emotional attachments to specific ideas or narratives can be strong and, resistant to change, even in the face of contradictory evidence. Engaging with emotions and respecting cultural perspectives is crucial to fostering belief in STEM. And then there's personal relevance and impact. To convince people to believe in STEM, it is important to connect scientific information to their daily lives and demonstrate its personal relevance and impact. Highlighting how STEM can address societal challenges, improve well-being, or offer practical solutions can make the information more relatable and compelling. And this is where I think my Lasallian training as an educator. It's not enough for us to just teach minds. Most of the times, we have to touch hearts in order for us to truly transform lives. Starting SHE-ensya and even accepting to do this talk in front of some of the best minds in STEM filled me with a lot of anxiety. I'm fully aware that a lot of people believe that social media and YouTube are toxic ecosystems that promulgate fake news. But I also believe that we can hack the algorithm by having more voices in STEM in these digital ecosystems. SHE-ensya is far from perfect. I'm certainly no Mr. Beast or even Mimiya from the local community. But the end goal really is not for SHE-ensya to earn hundreds of thousands of dollars in ad revenue, although that would be so nice. It's not for me to become a cover girl or a pop star, because that would probably just freak me out more. But it's for STEM to become more inclusive and approachable for the Filipino youth. And so if SHE-ensya inspires more scientists to set up their own SciComm channels and pages, and they become more successful, then SHE-ensya would have been a success. So I hope that I can see more of us in the digital ecosystems, in the social media pages that a lot of our young future scientists go to all of the time. So thank you so much for our organizers for giving me this opportunity to be brave. Looking forward to a more vibrant and more inclusive STEM community.